What's up, Gunpla fans? This is Joey Ganoda coming at you with another video. I'm just using my laptop webcam today. Didn't feel like busting out the better camera, and I know the lighting isn't um, perfect, but I wanted to shoot this video to talk to you a little bit about um, a problem that I have. Um, if you've watched my videos or followed me on social media for any length of time, you know that my backlog is enormous. Um, Logistically, I'll probably never actually finish it. Um, and I'm sure someday, as life continues and, um, other things come into my life that are more important, I'll probably end up selling off, a good chunk of things here and there. But in the meantime, it's hard to control the impulses that I have to buy things. And you know what? Honestly, it's probably like a mental illness thing. I don't know. Fear of missing out is what they call it, I guess. Um, Man, the new P Bandai kits that were just announced yesterday or the day before. It's the F91 2.0 Master Grade with the extra backpack weapons and everything, and then the Q-Blade Damned. Oh, it looks so amazing, like so awesome. And I I don't have a Master Grade Q-Blade of any version. I know there are 3 normal releases. I don't have the F91 2.0 yet. Um, and part of my brain is like, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. Oh, and I already have 2 pre-orders for the month of November. Um, and I got to pay those off. And honestly, I mean, financially, I'd be fine. I could definitely do it. So easily do it. Um, but the thing is that would be. I mean, after EMS shipping, because I like to get fast shipping on most of my orders. Um, it'd be like $150, something like that, for both of them. And shoot, in December, my girlfriend and we've got a big trip planned to Chicago and some other places and things. And I don't want to, you know, I don't want to take money out of those funds, which is, I mean, I'll be fine either way. Honestly, I would be. Financially, I'm okay. But the thing is like, when does it end? When do I finally say enough is enough? Um, because this my backlog really got out of control um, when I was like, I want to collect every Gunpla ever, um, and that was right at the very beginning stages of the P Bandai revolution, um, where things became not impossible to get, but just more expensive to get. Um, and it's gotten to a point where I'm so focused on keeping up with P Bandai releases that I don't focus on normal releases that I want. Because the normal releases I can get later. P Bandai releases, you never know if it's going to get another run. And if it does get another run, you don't know when it's going to be. The really popular ones, like the Tallgeese 2 and 3, have had a few runs. Some of the Crossbones have had multiple runs, but some of them have only had one run, and you haven't seen them again. Um, and when it comes to things like that, I'm very thankful that I grabbed what I did. But it comes to a point where it's like, you gotta stop. Just you can't. It's not sustainable. Um, Honestly, I am shocked and amazed at how quickly reviewers seem to keep up with these releases. I mean, unless you know, unless it's basically your job to be on YouTube and get all these new high grades and new master grades and new real grades that are coming out constantly, and you gotta staff them together and get a video out quick. I don't know how people are doing it, to be honest. I mean, there's so much Gunpla being released. It's like every week we've got another couple of kits. And if you're just clipping the parts off and snapping things together, then I mean, yeah, you're getting them done, and you can get your reviews done. But are you really enjoying the process if you're not taking the time to clean up your dub marks nice and neat? Um, it's one thing to sit down and blaze through a high grade in a couple of hours. It's quite another to take your time to uh, you know clean it up and do any painting apps that you want to paint, and decals, top coat, all that fun stuff. That takes time. Um, I am just I have no idea how people are keeping up with these releases. I used to be able to. I used to be able to do it, but that was because my building skills were shitty. Um, God. Anyway, so I am like all day today and all last night, I've been fighting myself. Do not buy those two P Bandai kits. The extra weapons on the F91 are awesome looking. They're very cool, but they weren't in the movie, you know? And that's what I'm trying to tell myself. It's like if they had never released that P Bandai, you'd never miss it. The Cubulate Damned, whew, that is a sexy beast. Something about those big giant claw hands. I don't know. It just looks so cool. And honestly, I can't tell what else is new on there. There's a few extra parts, like on the shoulder. I know there's some extra panel lines added to the head and some other areas. Um, I don't know what else is new, but it looks really great. I don't have a Q-Blade to look at it and really compare. But, oh, that kit looks so awesome. So awesome. And I really, really want it. Like, really, really, really want it. But, there comes a time where I have to start being more selective with what I'm buying. Because, like, literally, I was buying everything for a while. There was, like, a 3 or 4 year period where I would get, like, every single premium Bandai exclusive kit that was being released. And I don't have the time. Time is a resource that I don't have. Money's not an issue. I can very easily buy those kits and be just fine. Man, it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like an anxiety thing. It's like you hear about these kits and you look at them, you're like, oh, sweet, I'm going to buy them right away. And then, but then I had to tell myself, whoa, 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 do you really need those right now? Do you really need them at all? And like I have this fight in my head. It's so eye-opening when you finally start trying to fight your urges like that. Man, it's almost embarrassing. I mean, really, it is. It's embarrassing to think that I am so addicted to buying boxes of plastic that I'm never going to get to. That's just what I've been doing though, and I still build. I build when I can, and I enjoy it, and I love it. Love the hobby. No intentions of leaving the hobby. But man, I mean, you can only get so much done, when you have a life outside of that. There are some days where I think to myself, I'm just gonna take like 2 weeks and not talk to anyone. I'll work, of course, because I have to work. But I'm just gonna take 2 weeks and just build Gunpla. And it never works out that way. Never does. Because I know, like, in my head, in my heart, in my soul, there are more important things, something always comes up. Friend needs help. Family just wants to have coffee, and cake, or something. Um, or and I'm not going to neglect my girlfriend. Um, we've been going together for a little over 8 months, and um, she's amazing, just amazing. Um, she really inspires me to do so many great things, and I don't want to get into that too much because that's not what this channel is about. Um, but because of her, I've taken some great strides towards being a better person and a healthier person. So that's been really important. And spending time with her um, is, you know, there's no comparison between spending time with her and building a model kit. I mean, clearly, any sensible person's going to say that. I mean, that's obvious. So, you know, I build when I can, when I have time to do it, and that time is limited. So I have to start really. I don't want to say it's a waste of money to buy kits that I'm not going to get to, because in my head I plan to get to them. Eventually I will stop buying, um, and maybe then I'll just build. Um, I remember, gosh, was it? I think it was last year, 2017 maybe, or was it? I think it was 2017. I told myself I was only going to allow myself to buy 5 kits the entire year, um, with a few exceptions. The exception was going to be if they released a Leo of any kind. I wasn't going to limit myself on how many I got. Uh, and they didn't release the Leo last year, but I still bought a ton of kits. I mean, it's bad. That was a bad year as far as goals go. So I don't know. Maybe 2019 will be the year I finally limit myself in my purchasing. But it's got to start somewhere. And so I've already made up my mind that I'm not going to let myself purchase those 2 P Bandai kits, even though they look amazing. I just need to be content that they exist. Someone else is going to build them and enjoy them just as much as I would, and that's where I need to put my mind. So, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to throw this video out there, share with you guys my thoughts on what's going on in my head and whatever else. Um, Behind the camera that I can't physically reach. I've been working on the P Bandai Master Grade RX-78-1 prototype Gundam. It has a different rifle, has different side skirts on the right side, and the forearms have different armor, and the ankle armor is different. Other than that, I think it's basically identical to the Gundam 2.0. It's finished. I just gotta put these dudes on, these decals, these water slides. And luckily it's a relatively small sheet. I mean, there's quite a few little tiny markings on here, but nothing that I can't get done in a couple of hours, and then I can throw a top coat on it and call it finished. I just looked over my in my last video where I did a bunch of talking. I talked about how my Master Grade Freedom Gundam 2.0 and my Master Grade Perfect Strike Gundam, they're both the special coating version. The Freedom Gundam has the effect parts for all the guns, and they come with water slide decals, and I decided that I'm going to use stickers when I get the normal releases, and use the stickers on the special coating kits because I didn't want to mess with a gloss top coat over a special coating kit to seal in the decals. Now I went to look at the decals, and of course, they're not just normal water slide decals. No, they're like really super shiny silver awesome looking decals that would look best on a special coating kit. Um, so I don't know, maybe I'll just leave the decals off of them. Whatever. And I'll put the silver ones on the normal release anyway because it would look awesome. I think that's what I might do. You know, the Seed universe. I mean, it's not about realism where you'd have all those warning stickers and things on there anyway. I don't think I'm really worried about it. If I get bored, maybe I'll throw on the stickers that come with the normal kits anyway. But I don't know. We'll see what happens there. Um, but I don't even have a normal Strike Gundam RM or a normal Freedom Gundam 2.0 to worry about that just yet. Um, so that's that. The only other kits that I have to put water slides on, and I think um, I might see about doing them this weekend. I don't know. We'll see. If not this weekend, it'll be next weekend. I do need to take a day uh, to work on some decals. So I get the decals on the prototype Gundam, get the decals on my Strike Noir, get some decals on my real grade Zeta 3, the white Zeta, white unicorn Zeta. I don't remember what it's called. And then the only other kit that I have decals to put on is the Impulse Gundam Blanche, which has a beautiful, beautiful sheet of decals with no marking guide whatsoever. That's not a misprint in the manual. That's not a thing they forgot to pack in with the kit. There is no official guide for the beautiful. I mean, it's like a half sheet, a half sheet of paper full of beautiful markings. Um, and there is no guide whatsoever. So I scoured the internet trying to find um, the the pink version of the Impulse Destiny, which I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head. And it has a marking guide. The pink one has a marking guide, but the markings are completely different. So there's no comparison. You kind of just have to freehand it if you want to use the decals. So maybe that's just it. Maybe I'll just leave it. Um, put the main emblems on the shoulders and stuff because it's got those and they're clearly marked. It's just really weird. Just really weird to include all those decals and not have a guide. There have been some fantastic builds done of the Blanche that are out there, and they put decals on them. I could just mimic those, and that would work just fine. I'm not really good at picking out where decals should go. Um, and it's really strange having built so much Gunpla, and like once I have a kit in hand and I've built it and I'm putting the markings on, if there are extra markings, sometimes I can figure out where I think they should go based on where similar markings have gone on that kit. But if I'm just doing the whole thing from scratch, there's no hope for me. I can't do it. I don't know if it's like a creative thing or if it's like a technical thing or what. I can't in my mind decide where decals should go, but whatever. That's that's just something that I gotta do or deal with, I guess. So maybe I'll just put on the markings and save those decals. Maybe I'll sell them or something, give them to someone who can use them. Um, I don't know. Or maybe I'll just follow the guides based on the builds I've seen online. Yeah. So I guess that's it for this video. It's about 20 minutes long. I think that's good enough for a random pop in. So I mean, do any of you have like those impulses where, I mean, it's not necessarily buying Gunpla, But do you have those impulses where you're like, whoa, 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 no, I gotta stop, I gotta think about what I'm doing here? Um, because like not only do I have that with Gunpla, but very obviously I used to have that with food. Um, and just an aside, something I'm personally proud of. Since June, I've dropped about 40 pounds. Um, again, my inspiration for that was my girlfriend. Um, we decided that meal prepping would be really good for me, and it's been working great. Um, so instead of worrying about, oh, I'm really hungry and I don't have any food, I'm going to go to Burger King or McDonald's or something, I already have a meal prepped. I have snacks ready to go, like healthy snacks. Usually it's fruit or vegetables. Um, so yeah, that's been working wonders for me, and it's stopped a lot of my impulse eating and my binge eating. So that's been good. So now I'm applying those same basic principles to Gundam models and with my purchases there. Um, as a matter of fact, now that I'm thinking out loud, that might not be a bad idea. Um, hmm, reaching into my backlog and just setting aside specific kits that I'm super excited about. Like, I don't need to buy this new kit. I have this one. Let me work on this. Huh. That might be an idea. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'll let you guys go so I'm not taking up too much of your time tonight. Until next time, guys, happy building, be good to each other, and try not to break your wallet.